long-tailed skua up here, chasing the Kittiwakes. Where are you going? There he is. I hope it's him I'm following. I've got this Kittiwake desperately trying to land on the boat, peck away my self-steering tail. It's already managed to land on the coach roof, on the spray hood very briefly. Quite a persistent bird. Well, just after midday on the 2nd of August, we're getting close to Karls land here, just in our noon position, which is here. So we're not very far away, probably 18 miles off to the northeast of Aboloya. But unfortunately I think it's unlikely that we're going to get any sort of, well, we're certainly not going to be able to hang around here, which is a shame because I like these islands. I had a really nice time here 4 years ago, but we've had quite a stiff southeasterly blowing all night. Had an uncomfortable night, making sure I keep being hard on the wind for hours and hours and hours to make sure that we've got enough clearance here. We should be okay now. We might just come in, so we might just graze the 12-mile limit, which is that red line, or we might come inside it a little bit. But unless the wind changes drastically over the next few hours, we should be okay, because we're now getting to the stage where every mile we come down is opening up the angle here. But apart from the fact that it's there's an uncomfortable breeze out there and we're hard on it, it's also been misty, foggy all night. So again, unless that clears, we're not going to see very much to carry on. It's not the sort of weather where you want to stop and hang about. I've got to make as much use of this wind as possible. And anyway, there's no visibility for seeing this really nice group of islands. So there we are. Unless things change, we'll just be coming down just past the east side of Aboloya, which is where I reached 79 north in Mingming II 4 years ago, so we'll pass probably within about 10 miles of where we were 4 years ago. But that time we had really nice clear conditions. Now it's all a bit murky, unfortunately. Gosh, it almost caught me by surprise there. I promise I'm not going to tick off every single line of latitude as we go south, but there's a very, very important one for me. We've just crossed 79 north, and interesting, we're just about exactly on 31 east. So if we go and look at the chart, that's worked out perfectly. Just switch that off. That's worked out perfectly because I'd actually drawn a where are we? Okay, so this vertical line here is 31 east, that's 79 north, so we're pretty much exactly where my finger is, and we're about 6 miles to the east of Karls, the easternmost island of the Karls group. So fortunately we've been bucking into a headwind for the last 24 hours virtually, and we just managed to scrape past here without having to put a board out to the east, which I really didn't want to do. So now we've got past Karls, we ought to be able to carry on down here without any problem, past the rest of the islands. At the moment can't see Karls, but Karls is only a reef really, it's just rock about 4 or 5 feet high. Last time we were here there was ice around here, there was a great big iceberg grounded on the island, but I don't think that'll be there anymore. But in any event, it's still very murky outside, but the weather might just be coming off now. So perhaps as we make our way to the southwest, assuming this breeze holds, we might get a look at Kongsoya. It's a really nice island. I love these islands. This is a very interesting island, and it was here I had a fantastic encounter with 3 humpback whales who swam with the boat for a while, came in really, really close. However, why is this so significant? Why am I making a big fuss? Well, if we look here, 3714, that was our noonday position on the 30th of July 2014, and we actually then carried on and reached 79 north and turned back because of the ice here. So we've actually crossed back just, 2 or 3 miles probably from where we were 4 years ago. So that's nice. More significantly though, I've been thinking about it, what we've done now is we've actually squared the circle. We've joined up our 2 previous high latitudes of 80 degrees to the northwest of Spitsbergen and 79 degrees here. The 80 degrees was in 2011, this was 2014. But what we've done is we've gone right round the top from that 80 degree north position all the way around the top via Karls land, via Kittiwakes, and now joined up those 2 previous positions, so kind of squared the circle. And for me it's a really, really satisfying feeling that we've now joined up the whole lot. I always kind of felt that the 2 previous voyages were kind of preparatory, kind of exploratory, check it out, see if it was possible. So now we've actually completed the whole circuit, made sense of those 2 previous voyages with this third voyage. So it's a very satisfying feeling indeed. I hope we get some clear weather to have a look at the rest of the group, but who knows, that's in the lap of the winds and the weather. But it's now pretty much 6 o'clock in the evening, and that's time for me to cook myself some dinner. Just a quick update, it's around about 10 o'clock on Friday 3rd of August, so we're still at Karls land. The weather has improved a little bit. It's a little bit sunnier. The mist and fog is not so thick and it's breaking up occasionally. We're at the moment just a bit to the southeast or east-southeast of Kongsoya, the westernmost island. We've come past, Svenskoya. We've come past Kongsoya, and I couldn't go in any closer because this bay here is full of rocks and islands, so I have to keep clear of here. As we said, Abelloy is very, very low anyway, almost invisible, so what I'm doing, I'm just making a very small detour, coming in west now to the southerly cape of Svenskoya, which is Cap Hammerfest. This southern end of the island is around about 600 feet high, and I'm just hoping that we can see it before I hit it. What I intend to do, if possible, is just to make a close pass to the south of Cap Hammerfest. The wind is getting lighter and lighter. We might actually lose it at some point, I don't know. But anyway, that's the plan at the moment, to try and get in and at least have a close look at Svenskoya, which was the first island that we saw when we made our landfall here in 2014. And I have got lots of film of it, but not very close, so I'd like to go in close, and then we'll carry on off on the best tech that we can find once we've done that. Well, there we are, Svenskoya, the westernmost of the Karls land islands. Not in the best light at the moment by any means, but certainly with the naked eye I can see a lot of detail. On the right hand end there, the northern end of the point, a lot of the typical buttressing that all these islands have, and then some little bits of ice there. Here. And I don't know whether you can see, but I remember saying this last time, that there's a bit that sticks out on the west side of the island, which is covered in ice, or it's there, or a glacier or something. There's a bit of better light coming along by the looks of it, so maybe we'll get some better views. But what I'll do is I'll just keep taking short clips, because you never know when you might lose the whole lot in this changeable weather. But at last we've got to see some rock and ice on Karls land for the second time.